Greetings to the donors of Speedway Children's Charities and to the staff of Speedway Children's Charities. My name is Mary Beth Adkins and I am the Executive Director of Family Crisis Support Services in the far southwest corner of Virginia, serving 5 counties. I could quickly ramble off my title, what I do, the programs that we have, and the people that we serve over here. But that's really not what's important today. To me, today, I would like to relay to you that because of you, the donors, and the Speedway Children's Charity grant, I want to tell you what I get to do because of you. I get to change the stories of people who are forgotten, the homeless, victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, trafficking, people who are hungry, people who have been neglected, the people who unfortunately have made decisions that have landed them without homes. I get to work with a team of some of the most compassionate, hardworking individuals. When I came into work to do this video for you all, there was 2 kids outside, a 12 and a 13-year-old girls that are here at the shelter, and they were hanging this sign, and it talks about the stars. And I think the real stars are the donors, you, who allow us to do what we do to the best of our ability because of the funding that you provide to us. As far as the people on the sign here posted as you enter the shelter who identify themselves as the homeless people, you are so much more. To the children, you are so much more. Speedway Children's Charities, you allow us to work with these families and help them get back on their feet so that they can be so much more. Family Crisis has been severely impacted by COVID-19 and the pandemic. In 2019, I guess it was the month of March, we had 41 people, including children, in our 44-bed facility here in Norton. And this past March 2020, due to the pandemic, I had 72 people. The shelter was full and we were relying on using hotels. And initially we were using a credit card, and I would not have been able to continue to use the hotels till the funding came through if it hadn't been for the money that had come through on the Bristol Motor Speedway grant. Our recent donation from you was earmarked for a backpack program, and we had to switch gears based on this pandemic, and I can't relay to you enough what having those funds mean to us as an agency, mean to the children and to the families that we serve, so that we could keep people safe. So this year it has been spent mostly on keeping families safe with children, providing food. We have just had more need to purchase on food and supplies for the kids. I truly must love the donors of Speedway Children's Charities as I stand out here in the rain, but I want to leave you with a story. So the first time I ever wrote this grant, I put in the grant to provide a playground area for the children here at the shelter, and you graciously funded us that year. And me being me, I found it at a better price, and we had the playground put in. And at that time, we had a young boy who the Department of Social Services had dropped off at the shelter, and he was 2 days from being 18 years old, his 18th birthday, and they had nowhere to place him. So he stayed here at the shelter, and at the time we weren't a 24-hour shelter, and so staff actually volunteered to stay overnight because we were just concerned about leaving a minor unattended. That was 9 years ago. And the teenager stayed here at the shelter and staff worked with him, and he ended up getting a full ride to Virginia Tech on a scholarship. And he was highly intelligent. And we still had leftover funds from Speedway Children's Charities. We used it for food. And I'll never forget having the discussion with my office manager if I could take money from the grant that we had applied for with Speedway Children's Charities and provide this young man with a laptop to take to college. As a mother, I had a child in college, and I just couldn't imagine a child who had worked so hard and had just faced so much in life and was going off. He'd achieved a full ride to Virginia Tech, and I felt like he needed a laptop to take with him and a printer for his dorm room. And so we did it. We purchased the laptop, and I will defend that to this day that we made that purchase. And 9 years later, I hold a check in my hand. He is a doctorate of physical therapy. He has achieved his goals, and he wrote a donation check back to the agency for everything that we did for him. But it wasn't really everything we did for him. It was the funds from the children's charities and donors like you that allowed us to give him some normalcy and be like the other kids, having a laptop, just going off to college. So again, I say thank you to you. To the donor of Speedway Children's Charities, I would like to leave you with this quote, because people before me have articulated it much more beautifully what I'd like to say. G.K. Chesterton stated, "I would maintain that thanks are the highest form of thought, and that gratitude is happiness doubled by wonder." To the donors, God bless, and thank you from Family Crisis Support Services.